Last week, we explored the ancient social culture of Tibet. Today, we're moving forward, into the post-ancient period. So let's start with the timeline. According to the renowned Tibetan historian Derong Tsering Dondrup, ancient Tibet begins with the first Tsenpo. That's the traditional term for a Tibetan ruler, who was established in 825 BCE. It ends in 923 AD, when the Tsenpo system completely collapsed, following the assassination of the last Tsenpo, Pelkartsen. Now here's something remarkable. That system lasted nearly 1,748 years. That may be the longest continuous rule by a single royal lineage in human history. Over that time, the system evolved through two major stages. From the first Tsenpo up to Songtsen Gampo, Tibet was a slave society. Then, after Songtsen Gampo founded the powerful Tibetan Empire, it transitioned into a feudal society. Because of this long, layered history, Tibetan culture from this era is incredibly rich. Yes, research into the earlier periods is difficult, but the deeds and major activities of each Tsenpo were recorded, especially from Songtsen Gampo onward. And Chinese historical records add another valuable layer, giving us material for comparative research. But here's the challenge. For nearly 1,000 years, Buddhist scholars shaped the mainstream narrative of Tibetan culture. And in doing so, they left a gap, a blind spot, in the cultural history before Songtsen Gampo. In some cases, they even dismissed Tibet's indigenous culture altogether, attributing almost everything to India. That makes it genuinely hard for the average Tibetan today to tell the difference. What came from Buddhism and what was already there, Tibet's own pre-Buddhist heritage. Even so, there's reason for hope. The principle, existence determines consciousness, still holds true. And when we look at the archaeological discoveries across the Tibetan plateau, combined with the traditional customs Tibetans still practice today, we start to see a path forward, a way to reconstruct Tibetan cultural history, a way to unlock the secrets of its ancient roots. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.